the total sum of 1,803,708,392 naira only, of which the sum of 150,353,906,168 naira only is for personnel costs, while the sum of 343,779,677,448 naira only is for overhead costs, while the balance of 1,289,690,124,776 naira only is for capital projects for the service of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. We have seen the revolutionary infrastructure taking place, and all we need to do as the State House of Assembly of the FCT is to keep on tracking revenues and the utilization of those revenues. And then Senator Alero had also made mention, and Abiru, on the issues of extending these legacies to other areas of concern, particularly education and security. You need budgetary support to sustain the infrastructural development that we have seen. And I am also aware, going around, that areas that have been neglected in the past, where the natives or low-density areas, the current minister is extending infrastructure to those areas. The last point I want to make about illegal settlement. I've always told Mr. President that when you travel around the other countries, you have high-profile buildings, you have low-profile buildings. When people talk of Soweto, I used to think that Soweto was one slum, but I found that that is where Mandela lived, two bedrooms, but the area is well paved, allocation of the land is given, and so on. I think the poor can be accommodated with correct infrastructure, water, healthcare, education in those areas, and it's properly planned, and they can locate and live there peacefully.
Part and parcel of the people who are in private sector and working very hard to ensure the development of Abuja. But the legacy projects happening in 2 years is very commendable. So I believe this budget needs to be passed, and also there is need to look at the critical areas of development that need to be considered by this very important Senate.
High cost of land in the FCT. Lands have become so exorbitant. And last year, when we debated the bill, I pointed out that the only way we can bring high cost of land down is by opening up new areas. Abuja is planned in a concentric circle. From the center, we develop outwards. There are so many layouts in Abuja that have been allocated to individuals, but infrastructures are not be provided those places. That is what is making the prices of land to be very high. For example, even Senator Alero, when he was Minister of the FCT, he handled the allocation of Maitama 2 and other areas. We have Gusape 2.
A bill for an act to authorize the issue from the Federal Capital Territory Administration's Statutory Revenue Fund of the Federal Capital Territory Administration account, the total sum of 1,783,677,448 823,708,392 naira only, of which the sum of 150 billion 353,906,168 naira only is for personnel costs, and the sum of 343 billion 779,677,448 naira only is for overhead costs, while the balance of 1,289,689,124,776 naira only is for capital projects for the service of the Federal Capital Territory Abuja for the financial year commencing from 1st day of January and ending on the 31st day of December 2025. Second reading read.